Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the Star Fox leaks were real because they just shadow dropped a Star Fox Nintendo Direct. And I missed like the first 10 minutes of it, so I just hopped in and I was like, whoa, we have a brand new Star Fox game. This game looks amazing. And it turns out it's a remake. But a remake of a remake of a remake, right? Like, how many times has Star Fox 64 been remade? And I'm pretty sure Star Fox 64 was a remake itself. But to be honest, the way this game looks, I'm really not that mad about it. Now, I am curious. I don't know if it's out there yet, any information. How expensive is this game going to be? Because while it does look good, and don't get me wrong, it looks like fantastic, and I cannot wait to play this. I haven't played Star Fox 64 in like 15 years or something, so this is going to be like a brand new adventure for me. But is this worth $70? You know, and it's almost too early to say. Now, kind of like a side note, and this is kind of crazy because I was working on a video for tomorrow already about a Star Fox rumor, and then this game dropped, but I was also talking about some Zelda rumors in that video, so I got to see if I can rework that and still get that video out tomorrow just without the Star Fox news, or maybe that's confirmed now. Okay, regardless, this in itself, I think, confirms the Ocarina of Time remake, which, that's awesome. It's interesting because while a lot of work went into this Star Fox remake, how much work is going to go into that Zelda remake? Because the rumors are saying that game is rebuilt from the ground up. Like I said, I haven't played Star Fox 64 in a million years. I never played Star Fox Zero, so I don't know if some assets came from that. So people who played all those games recently or played Star Fox Zero, or maybe even the game on GameCube, which I don't even know if I ever played that one. Does this game look like it's remade from the ground up? I know the characters look good, and I know they added like some extra bonus areas, it looks like, and there's some new game modes, and then at the end they showed a prologue with Fox McCloud's dad, which was James McCloud, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't even really watch that part, but the game looks good. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to say. Now, this confirms the Ocarina of Time remake. What I wonder if this confirms is that second Star Fox game, because we got rumors that this was getting made and Ocarina of Time was getting remade, and Nate the Hate said this game is coming in June, and it's officially coming in June. I mean, buddy, he's got it figured out. So I think people need to just chill out when some stuff doesn't come like exactly when he says it's going to come, because these games eventually show up. But he said this game was coming out, then another person said this game was coming out, but that person also said there was going to be two Star Fox games. I don't know if they said a remake, but I almost want to feel like they did say a remake, and that's exactly what this is. But they said another like full-on remade from the ground up new adventure Star Fox game is coming as well. And I can't remember if they said next year or not, which would be weird to get these back to back, but you know, you never know. I know this is a lot of like marketing from the Mario Galaxy movie is going to kind of push this. That's why Fox McCloud was such an interesting or an important part of the Galaxy movie, because we're following the same formula as the first Mario movie with Donkey Kong and then getting a game. So that's what's so weird. It's like Donkey Kong got a brand new game, Fox McCloud or Star Fox is getting a remake. So it also makes sense if he was getting a brand new game. Now, even though this is a remake, and I'm saying that term a lot, to me, you know, it's like playing a brand new game, and to 85% of the people who are probably going to play this, actually probably not that much, but let's just say 40% of the people are going to play this, it's going to be a brand new adventure for them. There's new cutscenes, new character models. They were showing like how each level can be played multiple times, and there's like all these hidden paths, and depending on how good you do in a level and how many enemies you kill, then you'll branch off and then play some other levels. So it's got a lot of replayability. I know there's like a 4 versus 4 battle mode as well. It's so weird saying like a remake, because a remake almost feels lazy, but obviously it's more than a remaster, and obviously a lot of work went into this. So I am excited. I don't know about a $70 price point. You know, to me, especially with Splatoon Raiders being like a brand new game entirely, and that being $50 and $60, with this being a remake, I think $50 and $60 would also be a great price. But then we had dumbass Mario Tennis be $70. So you know, who's making these decisions over there. And like I said, I'm quickly making this video because I had another video that I got to rework for tomorrow. Do a little wiggling and finessing to make that video make sense now. So the price may already be out there. I was thinking this was going to be something completely tied to Nintendo Online. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I don't know if I'll be showing the footage on the screen because I'm like capturing gameplay footage while I talk right now. One thing that they did was so interesting, and it's something I will probably never use, but the actual game chat camera capture technology or whatever, where you're moving around and your character looks exactly how you're moving, like your eyebrows and your mouth and your facial expressions and everything. That's very interesting. I almost wish that could be used for something else that was not game chat, because, you know, I'll probably never use that service, but if you're using it, that's cool. But that was so interesting, the way they were making that look. And then another thing, this game has game share as well, which, yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever used game share yet. I actually need to figure out how to use it, because I want to make a video about like cool things that Switch 2 can do that people are probably not using. It also has mouse controls as well. But I feel like using mouse controls in a game like this almost makes this game something else entirely. It makes it like an arcade rail shooter or something. And I know that's cool. I'm not saying that's not cool, but it just feels weird making it a game like that. And then also the game technically has like multiplayer adventure mode where one person's piloting the plane and the other person is the gunner using the mouse. Kind of interesting. I'm excited for this. I don't know how like people who never played Star Fox games are going to receive all the characters yapping the entire game. And a thing I hope they do is they recorded like a bunch of voice lines, because you don't want to hear the same voice lines over and over and over again. Like hopefully each level has their own unique voice lines, which I'm probably going to assume they do based off some of the stuff they showed. But yeah, hopefully there's a bunch of voice lines. I don't want to hear "do a barrel" like 5,000 times. One thing I think that would be really cool is if you could make your own character, which probably is not going to be the case. And another thing I want to talk about is I like the character models, but they're a little like uncanny valley, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe because I was expecting Fox McCloud to be so similar to Fox McCloud in the Mario Galaxy movie, and it's not like it's a huge difference, and I know they're like remaking a game here and that's why the character looks the way they do, but they almost look like a strung out dog or something. I don't even know, man. It doesn't even look like a fox to me, or maybe it looks too much like a fox. That's a problem. And then they also said that the Nintendo 64 controller will work with this game, which is cool. So maybe I'll go back and play the other Star Fox games on stream to get like reacquainted with them, because it's been so long. I'm very curious why they didn't just port over like a definitive edition of Star Fox Zero, because I feel like that would have been the better thing to do. But maybe they're just going to start remaking the Nintendo 64 era of games. Hell, you know, if they're remaking this and they're remaking Ocarina of Time, I have a video where I was talking about games I would love to see Nintendo remake the Switch 2 generation, and I said it would be so interesting to remake Super Mario 64. And I know we got Super Mario 64 DS, but that's not like a remade version in my opinion. So maybe they'll just start going through the whole Nintendo 64 category of like the best sellers and remaking them, which I actually would not be opposed to. Kind of crazy that it's official, and we got a shadow dropped Nintendo Direct, and I think the Nintendo Direct time even said like midnight, or it was going to be tomorrow or something, which was not the case. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. I kind of rushed this video out, so there's not a lot of editing, but let me know what you guys are thinking. Peace.